Okay, so Peeps actually saw the state and media reaction to Storm Area 51 in September 2019, and then still expected an appropriate reaction to COVID-19. So just expanding on this one, this is not going to be a long one. I was just thinking about this, just thinking about the stories that just have happened. The time that we're living in, it is an epoch level event. Like as I've mentioned, it's something that's like a Rosetta Stone of human society, where we're going to be like, okay, after this, it's a BC AD type of event. It's I think it is that big. In the future, you can really go on and look and say like we can change the calendar instead of before Common Era to like after Common Era, or before Christ, after Christ. To that's how big I think this is going to be to change human society. That's how massive I think the actual issue is. So something this big and this massive and this whole thing, whether you agree with how it came to be, it has happened. There has been essentially an attempt to entirely shut down the Earth, the movements of the Earth, the general human civilization, society, globalized, however you want to think it is. There has been attempts to shut it down, put a pause, put a rollback on most of the people who are actually connected in some kind of way. And that's going to have its ramifications. But the way people reacted to the actual positive potential threat of the actual COVID-19 epidemic, pandemic, the actual virus itself, why do people expect that it should have been any better than it's actually been? Because if you remember some of the things in pre-COVID era, like the Storm Area 51, some guy just started like a meme group online, and then just it happened to get some traction, and then people were just like, yeah, let's storm Area 51, and they started making all these memes, and there's like all these laws for it. I made some memes. A lot of the memes got booted out of the group for saying, I forget what I said. I posted a meme that wasn't really appreciated by people. I got booted out. But anyway, there was all these memes and things like that, and it was just a funny general kind of thing. I was just like, oh, this is a lolcow. But then it started getting actually picked by the main media. Like, oh, these crazy people are going to storm Area 51. You can't do this to your government. You can't go against the government. You can't actually go there. Then the government started picking up. The state was like, okay, we have to actually have briefings, military briefings, in case this happens. We have to do this. We have to go and secure the area. And the whole time I'm thinking, like, people aren't actually going to go. Just because somebody signs up in a Facebook group and says, I'm going to go, doesn't mean they're actually going to go. Look at the type of people actually going. But just from the chance, however the system is set up, just from the random chance that some people might actually go and do it. And I thought enough people. Oh, I do remember what I got booted out. I actually got booted out because I did like some kind of. I'll put it up on the screen if I remember. It was this thing where there's different groups of people divided into like basketball Americans, which I think was what got me booted out because I thought I was being racist to that. And like Naruto runners saying there's like the Asians and then like the white Kyles and things like. So there was some racial bent to it, and I think it struck some people wrong in the group. But anyway, so if there was actually a chance that even one or two people actually did actually storm it, there would have been this whole kerfuffle from it and this whole like knockdown event. But anyway, the government, in my opinion, the state, overreacted to something that I thought wasn't actually going to be a thing. It was just such a mind threat. It was such a clear, less made up thing. And when that day actually came, a few people went out. I think it was maybe couple of thousand people. It might have been, was it even 10,000 people? I remember Nevada was like a shutdown. They were waiting. Some people in Nevada were waiting for a lot of people to show up and like, oh, it's stock up for this. And some people weren't like that. But I think a couple of thousand people showed up, maybe in 10,000 people. Probably not even that. There was a concert set up and there was all this thing. I remember this funny thing of the guy Naruto running behind some news reporter. But it's something that just came and passed. And it was just not forget. It was from all the actual like. I remember even the community itself. I already lost interest because it actually peaked up. The peak of interest was months before the day that it was supposed to actually go down. So I think by the time the day came around, it's like, oh, people are bored. I was already bored of it. And do you remember it? Do you remember the Area 51 forever? Well, with that, if that was something clearly to be just a made-up thing. With this situation, with a virus that isn't actually a virus, it actually is. It's actually something we know exists. That's actually costing people's lives. That's actually spreading around the world. But the different governments, what makes you think that the state or the media could actually handle something that is actually real, that is actually unknown, in a better way than they have when we just recently saw them overreact to something that most of us understood was fake? Again, I am not saying there is no virus. I'm saying the fact that there actually is something here that has some unknown parameters should have made people who are aware of the Storm Area 51 kerfuffle to just expect some crazy stuff going on. All the things that are happening, this has helped me put this into some kind of perspective. Like, these are the people. yeah, these are the people that I expect this. What else? What more would you have expected from the same media and the same state that handle that? Anyway, that's it for this thought. That's part of my shorty series where I expand on some short thoughts, hopefully to engage you. Let me know what you think in the comments section. What else do you think shows the overreaction of the media and the government, or just their ability to just inappropriately react to things? And what other kind of big news stories that just happened recently that now seem like they happened so long ago? When I was like, Area 51, that was in 2019. It seems like it was just a lot longer ago after this whole situation has happened. What else has been pushed back into the time sink for you, in the time memory sink? Anyway, so that's it. Till next time, goodbye.